Pick-a-verse.
Good evening, VC. Dave the Pickup Artist with you this evening. So Vinyl Richie had his 1968 picks out over the weekend, and we had 4 matches. I think it was United States of America, Pretty Things, HF Sorrow, The Doors, and Beggar's Banquet was our 4 matches. Yeah, so next we got 69. Now he hasn't put out a 69 album out. It is I don't know what the date is, but yeah, so I have no idea what his picks are, but I'm gonna go ahead and do mine right now, and after he releases his 69 video, I'll release mine shortly after, and we'll see how we match up. First, I got Neil Young. Everyone knows this is Nowhere. I almost put his first album on my 1968 picks, but this is a much better album, and this is, I think it may be his best album ever. Next we got Volunteers. Jefferson Airplane. You know these guys. Yeah, I think this is a great album. I think all their albums are great though, so, you know. Next time I got is Crosby, Stills and Nash. I think I like this better than the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young album. I don't know. It's close. I don't know, what is this? This is a oh yeah, lyric thing came with this. But yeah, it's a great album. You got Dallas Taylor. I think that's who he is. Dallas Taylor, the drummer in the back of the album. Yeah, great album. My next one is Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. Yeah, Hot Rats.
You shit on me.
Zappa album. I think probably his best 60s album. But yeah, great. Mostly instrumental. He does one song with Captain Beefheart that's a lot of fun. But there's not a bad song on it. The guitar is great on it. Next I've got The Band. Their self-titled album. This has got all their great stuff on it. Rag Mama Rag, Up on Cripple Creek.
I'm not going nuts.
Yeah, these guys never put out a bad album, and I think this was one of the best of 1969. Oh, next one I got is, I keep wanting to say this is his debut, but it's not. He had one in 67, but Space Oddity.
Am I doing this again?
I think this is Space Oddity. I don't know. There's so many different versions of this album. I haven't unsealed this yet, but yeah, it's a great album. Slightly psychedelic, a little bit prog, but yeah, you know it. Now we both showed on 68, we both showed the United States of America, their only album. But after that, Joe Bird went on to form the American Metaphysical Circus, and most of these musicians weren't on the first album he did, but this is still really good, and it is sounds a little bit like the United States of America. So yeah, that's very cool. Next one, now I could have showed their debut album. It would have worked. But I got Zeppelin 2. I think it's slightly better than the first album, which both albums came out in '69. I think this is a little better, but I could have included the first album, you know, I could have added it. But yeah, I just picked this for right now. Led Zeppelin 2. I think a lot of people are going to pick the first Zeppelin album, but yeah, I think this is better. Next one I've got is another great, or a great debut album, Allman Brothers Band. First album. Love this album. This is my go-to album whenever I want to hear, you know, Southern rock or Capricorn records artists. But yeah, just wonderful. Great debut. And last but not least, I've got Let It Bleed, Rolling Stones. Yeah, 1969. This is a pretty beat up copy. It needs cleaned up. I actually need to replace it. I need to get a reissue or something. But yeah, great album. We got Love in Vain, Let It Bleed, Give Me Shelter is on this. And of course, you can't always get what you want. But I can relate to that. And those are my 10 picks from 1969. I will release this right after Richie releases his picks. Have a good night.